Well, hello, we're back in. If you don't know, there was a big accident. So, I had a crash on my PC which caused me to crash my ship. Delayed controls. I had everything planned and then put a little bit more pressure on my ship, of course, than what I should have done.
Welcome to the aUEC vehicle retrieval system.
So, expedite. Oh, it's only got 1 minute. I'll go to my bay and it'll be in the bay by that time. Actually, I'm going to go back to the TDD in the city centre. So it's a train ride. I actually did initially cut out the train ride. No, that's going to the civic centre. I want to be on the other one. This train. No, running downhill. Oh no. No. Oh. I thought I'd fallen out the train then. It's like being stood on the deck of the Titanic with your arms outspread right at the pointy end. With the wind in your face. It's not running too good. The framey, a bit framey, isn't it? I'm missing some frames out somewhere. I've got two PCs on, and this particular PC is streaming to YouTube and running the game. All on a tiny little 1050 Ti card and a Ryzen 5. Oh, we're here. There is, as I speak, and every year at this time of year, which is currently May the 10th, in about 4 days' time, there is like a free fly event. It's not a free fly event as such, it's actually one of the expos. So this is the TDD, Trade Development Division. It's their logo with the world on it. Trade Development Division. And we're going down here to buy yet another. I'm going to just say what my bank balance is, because I'm just going to make a note in my written log. So we've got. So I know that I'm working right. This is an old, trade route I used to run a long time ago, and I just looked it up. So 1,259,027, and the reason I've only got that much money is because I gave a lot of it away to players and what have you, which is what I like to do. And somebody gave me a lot of money one time, and I gave that money away as well. So I'm going to target my Cutlass Black, which should be in the storage bay by now. I'm going to go for 1 SCU containers. It's still 1,202 per container, and we're going to buy hopefully 46 of them. Just a minute. Which will cost me 55,290. There is a loading fee. I need to buy 46 units, that's it, because there's 46 1 SCU spaces in my Cutlass Black.
Hey.
That is going to cost me 2,140k for the loading, auto loading. 57. I wish these systemic conversations would not be on. So, and I mean, who was actually them two talking? I mean, it's supposed to give you the realistic life. I hope I purchased. Yeah, because I've got 201. This is the Bevic Convention Centre. The reason why I was mentioning the free fly event, where you get invited along to come to a convention centre, is at the Bevic Centre, this one. So, and I reside here at Area 18, so this is my home in the game. I'm going to Riker Memorial. If the game lets me, or if my PC lets me. It's not the game that's at fault. That's what I want to make clear. This is my PC. And occasionally I play on the other PC and stream on this one, so the other one's got a 580, an RX 580. Ryzen 5 580.
City Pipe reminds you that when trash goes in the bin, we all win. Your help keeps our
He's having lag problems, look, because he thinks he's walking somewhere. There is no matching on the spot. That's a lag. He's actually trying to walk down and he's stuck on the train. I've been there, so I know exactly what's going on. He'll probably just vanish. He'll go and just pop out. Quick match, sir! Yeah! The other thing as well, since the recent updates, I haven't been able to get my spinny wheel up, because normally when I do this, hold F, my wheel comes up for me to focus on, you know, and do my interactions, my emotes and things like that, and it won't come up. Interact, oh, I like it. He obviously thinks he's doing something.
now arriving.
Oops, I got that wrong. Oh well, he must have stayed on the train with us then, and I'm racing him. He's gone the long way around. He jumped over the railing. And then what we're going to do is rent a C1. I could show you the C1, but there's no point. So we might not necessarily get there yet, we don't know. Not at the rate this lag is coming on. See, it's a Sunday morning and everybody and his dog will be on. And I blame his dog for my lag. I mean, everybody else has a right to be on as well. I'm on a Sunday morning, but you know, what do you know? Oh, by the way, this is me. I'm Andreas, UK. In the game, so if you want to find me, that's how you find me.
Welcome.
Cutlass Black. Yeah. I'll leave my little medic ship out here just to make sure I'm all charged up for the mission. And I also need to put my thing back to, because when I came on after the Medicare, transfer. I usually like to come on in my bay if I die, then I don't have to mess about the train ride and all the rest of it. So I just leave this out as a piece of my furniture. Same as I've got a couple of vehicles. I've got a vehicle over in that corner, one of them loaders, just for scrapping around in the bay. And I've got that luxury liner thing there as well. And also, I have my Atlas loader there, which I won't need today because I'm letting the auto load do the loading. So as you can see, I've now got processed food. It's not going to bring a lot of money. It's only going to bring about 15k. Close, sorry. Yeah. It's only going to bring about 15k this lot, but it pays for the fuel, which is about £1,000, and it'll pay for any damages. It won't pay for me losing my whole ship and the 54 grand I lost. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. So we'll get the ship on. We'll make sure the engines are in vertical takeoff mode. We will open the hangar doors.
You are clear to launch.
And we will also be setting our destination, which up here is going to be
You are clear to launch.
ARC L1 Wide Forest Station. I'm just going to take them some food. That's gone over, that's good. Let's see if we can get a cinematic going on this. We'll just do the takeoff correctly. Journey to the stars. Looks good, doesn't it? Nice ship. Looking back at Area 18, that is Riker Spaceport. I'm just going to check back in, make sure our map is set correctly. Let's see, we've lost the tracking on the map. It's gone 2 C's, I don't know why I did that. So it's not giving me the throughput. It's not staying. So the way that you fight that is you have to fly away a little bit more. That should do it. I mean, technically it should work from the beginning. Now it should stay. Nope. So I'm clicking it. I click this green box and it should transfer, so then that should stay, but it's not staying. So what I'll do is I will put, I don't want to be Illyria. I've got to find it manually. Terra Gateway. It's actually over to the left, I believe. I'm just going to check these out. Last one. Kel 1. No, that's Faint Glen. I want the other one. I want a different Kel 1. Arkel 2. These are spacecraft coming in, those white markers. That'll be Bikini. Yeah, it's Bikini Point. We'll go up there and then I'll go from there. That's it. It's kept it this time. And if you want to enjoy the view, just have a little time just to take a look at the world. Look at that. The curvature of it. We live down there. That's where that green light is flashing. That's our base, home
I'm
base.
sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
It's been doing that all
Landing
morning.
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Landing complete. It's replaying back messages from my past landings and takeoffs. I had to make so many requests to get a landing bay, and it would give me a landing bay on the other side of the station, and by the time I'd flown over there the doors had closed. So I requested another landing bay, and it gives me another landing bay on the other side of the station. So it's a lot of navigating around the station. There's other people flying in, a really tricky course, and then for the most part, where we're going now, some of the landing bays are actually under the main ring, so there's a big main ring spinning around fast, and other people flying their ships in through, as you will see in a moment. Wherever the station's gone. It's behind me. It's like a pantomime. I tell you, it was fun and games this morning though. It's been... I've done about... There it is. So that's the right way up, like that. And as you will see, I don't want to make the mistake of flying in with my decoupled mode. So I'm going to aim my decoupled mode just there. I'm going to decouple and then stop pressing the brake. I'm going to put my request in, put my wheels down, my landing gear, and put my decoupled mode back on. And that should slow us down. That's what I tried to do earlier on. If you go back and watch the last little clip of a video where I ended my life. So I think I assessed that just about right. Unless that station is this is at this side. But sometimes you can see your name on the side of the station and it's not here. So you can see the bays up there where my centre is now, that is the other landing bays, and the landing bay it's giving me is down here, and it looks like it's on the other side of the ring again. It could be this one. So there's another, it's under the main ring and it's under a spinning ring. So now I've got to skid sideways. So I'm going to take my landing gear up so I can move a little bit quicker. Try and beat the doors closing. And then the reason why I put my landing gear down is because it slows my speed down to 30 meters per second. But you can't travel around the station at that speed.
Landing gear down.
They're going to tell me. Closing the doors already, look. So I'll get it down.
Landing complete.
And I'm going to take off again and spin it round. And then back up. So that I'd have a long walk. It'll probably turn it round anyway. Not too bad.
Engines offline.
Right. So I had a load of stuff in the cupboards which now is gone. It'll only be the standard stuff. But I had some drinks and that in there, you know. Never mind. I'm going to put my helmet on just for the laugh, because you never know. Well, I do know actually. Sometimes you die. When you walk out the spaceship, there's not enough atmosphere in here. I didn't let my engines fully go into the vertical. But we're just going to send it down
the aSOC vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
And we're now going to go for a couple of elevator rides to the TDD that's here. Trade Department Division or whatever it is. Trade Development Division. Yeah, it's round, left. Galleria. I come here quite a lot for the refinery actually when I'm doing stuff on Walla. And the refinery, the TDD is here, but you'd have to go inside because there's one out here as well. It's the place where you've got your Covalex box and that if you're not familiar with it. So we're going to select the Drake Cutlass Black. Remember we paid 201. We want to sell it now, but we're going to we paid 1,202 for per SCU, but now we're going to get 46. We're going to get 1,523. So we're making more money there. I can't remember what we said what it was. And confirm. There is also an auto unloading cost of 1.5k. Items pending transfer will take 3 minutes. But the other thing you can do is you can select your... I'll just do my helmet and have a drink. I was explaining to someone the other day about buying the drinks. You don't have to go to the counter if they've got a drink on the counter. You can go to any shop. This army shop doesn't actually have them. You'd normally type in CR and it would come up, but there's only a suit in this shop. But I think the weapons shop, wherever it is, this is just stepping out while I wait for them things to be taken out of the ship. So you go into here, any shop. First off, I would advise you to change your rucksack, change the location, not to wherever you are. I will say his name there, but if you change to your, I've got a Magflex rucksack on, the cheapest, smallest one, and then you go into there and you type in CR, it'll come up with Cruise Lux, and they're only 7 coins. You click the buy, but then you change how many you want to buy. So I'll buy, 11 I think I bought. Yeah, 11. You could minus 1 just to make it a nice round 10, but I might put 3 on it and buy. If your rucksack overflows, it'll just put them to the local destination. And then when you look in your backpack, you'll see that you've got 13. Plus, the reason why I did that was because you could split one, because I like them in stacks of 3, but you can put them in stacks of 4. I don't care really. I was just messing about. We'll carry one and we'll have a drink. I also haven't got any bullets in my gun, but I'm not really bothered, because the thing about this trade route that I'm running is that do you do that? It went behind me. Yeah, it's basically does I ain't got a crown start, have I? I don't think I have. Gram stat 0. I'll just show in here while we're killing a bit of time. Covalex boxes there. When you're doing individual box deliveries. I like to just be on the outside here though. And what we're going to do is select the Cutlass Black, which is the ship I'm flying. Go over to the Laranite, which has gone up in price a little bit because I got an 8 SCU box before for 60k, and I'm going to put as many in as I can. So what you do is you click that and you'll see that I can only get 4 boxes in. So we'll buy them 4 boxes for 252.90, and I will just write that down. I think I got 70k for the food, didn't I? Processed food. That paid for my fuel, my auto-loaded fees. So this one's going to cost us the auto-loading fee. I can't see which one it is at the moment, but we're spending 252,090 Laranite times 32. Is that? Four times 8 SCU for 32 SCUs, and they are at 4221 per SCU. So we buy all that lot and it gets stuffed in the back of the ship, but there's a little trick. The total, the auto loading is going to cost me 910, so the total is 253,000. But that's not quite the end of it, because it's the Cutlass Black. The cargo grid doesn't match the actual available space in the ship. So what you do is you change from your Cutlass Black to this location, Arc L1, and you buy 2 more. So plus 2 at a total of 126,045, and of course there should be no loading fee. Those 2 boxes are 8 SCUs. Don't get 16s, 24s or 22s because they won't go in a Cutlass Black. But you could, if you had a big, you know, like a C2 or whatever, and that's that there is loading time is manual, so they're just transferring it to my storage. Okay, so there's that. And if you was worried about the time that it takes them to unload, and it wasn't 3 minutes, was it? They still managed to do it somehow, I don't know why. And then you could have moved the 2 to storage first. You'll soon get to know what your ship can actually hold. So then we're going to go back to hangars and habs. So this time it's right and right. And we go into here, go back to our base. Just a second. It's doing a cargo transfer at the moment, so we are still waiting for it. So we won't touch that yet. But what I will do is I'll pull them other 2 boxes up, ready. Yeah, it's on this side. I run all the way to the wrong side. So you'll see in here we've got 2 boxes. We send the elevator down, and once it's finished with the mobile disco lights, 2 boxes in there, and then bring it up. And our current balance before we deliver is 892,519. Then we'll know when we deliver it and we sell it off. The price fluctuates a little bit, so you can't actually say that this run is going to be the same as the next one. You might earn a little bit more, you might earn a little bit less. We'll put that on. Oops. I'll just leave that one there. So I have a vehicle in my other elevator which can manage these, and sometimes, just for a laugh, I'll take it out of the elevator with this, back it in, pick it up. I forget what the vehicle's called. It's a little land-based wheeled vehicle, as you know, as you will know. So let me just go and check the status of the Cutlass Black. Right, now I can bring it up, and you'll see that there will be a... Oh, that was quick. There was no animation for the thing going down. Must have had a invisibility cloak over it, or Harry Potter just waved his wand. So I'll show you what's in here already. Do you remember the 4 crates that we purchased and had them load in? So now I've paid that extra 1.5k because I can't be bothered doing this. This is how long it takes to move. I mean, it's only 2 crates. I could save myself 1.5k or whatever. But when you're talking lots of little tiny boxes as well, that's where this all goes to pot. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be quiet for a little bit, because you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to load these, I'm going to take off, I'm going to set my waypoint, and I'm going to say ta-ta to my grandson, who's sat playing his PC at the side of me here, and he's been nice and quiet as well, he's ever so good. And then I'm going to come back and talk more, but you'll just watch me doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I don't run into bad guys just outside the station, because that is a possibility. I haven't been interdicted or had any problems for donkey's years, so it's not really a thing anymore. And we are in May 10th 2026, so I'm going to be shut up now. Right, I am back vocally.
Drive is now off.
Is it? Right, there we are. Bit of a cool down.
Quantum drive is now on.
So, the only other thing you've got to watch for if you're using a smaller ship and you're putting more boxes in it than the actual cargo grid can hold is like this sort of thing. I'll just jump out and have a look and I'll show you and put my helmet on. So these two boxes are not on the cargo grid. They're just free movement, yeah? These are on the cargo grid. Now there's a thing that happens is if you unload the ship with the auto load system, it'll see the cargo and it'll take, right, I'm looking for 18. Where's the flight strip?
Shield system online.
I think it's over there.
Landing gear down.
But I am just going to look behind me.
Landing gear up.
To make sure I'm not flying away from it, because that was a bit weird that way, the way it's put me in there. Well, I can't see the airstrip, well, the spaceport, so it must be over there. I think that is it over there. Yeah, they can see the light flashing. So what happens is it takes the cargo but leaves the boxes behind, and then you've got what's called like a ghost box syndrome, and it's sometimes the way that people find glitches into the game. I'm not interested in glitches, so things like that usually spark a bit of controversy as well. But in other games I've noticed, say you take the stuff out of the box and then you put it back into inventory, an empty box, but in this case I had some Laranite boxes that I brought with me. They weren't on the cargo grid. I sold them at the TDD, but when I got back, the ones that went on the cargo grid, the stock had gone from out of them, but the boxes that they were in were remained as empty boxes. And they can be quite temperamental, those sort of things, because if you do put them down into storage, they can cause things to go wrong, like they can despawn and they can take other boxes with them. So well, let's just call in for a
Landing gear down.
So I expect, yeah, there it is. I've been getting that other side bay all the time, but this is my usual bay, and I usually go in number 4, but it looks like they're giving me number 5. Oops. Let's put the engines correct, so we just try and get the right thing. Straighten up a little bit. I actually should have come in with it turned round a little bit better than this. There is a cargo bay behind me anyway, so... And then make sure I turn my coupled mode off. I'm just going to do this from the pilot seat.
Launch complete.
And spin it round a little bit. I don't care really which way around it is. I mean, I could have put them in that one. That is a loading bay as well.
Launch complete.
The two out the back, so the way that you stop this ghost box syndrome where there's empty boxes left in your cargo hold and then you have to dispose of them,
Landing complete.
is by taking the boxes that are not on the cargo grid that you intend to load or unload. In fact, if you took them all out, you wouldn't have to pay any loading fee at all, any auto load fee. But I'm lazy, and if there's 46 boxes in as there were previously, then I'm not interested. I just got everything ready, slightly in the wrong order, but they were. So what I then do is take these two big boxes out and stick them in the cargo elevator. Because they are not on the cargo grid. And if you know what the cargo grid is, if you don't know what the cargo grid is, I'm going to show you in a second. If I can get this one out. It seems to be stuck. I could have done it with the... There is a... Let me just throw it out the door for a minute and I'll show you. That is my tractor beam that runs along that rail there, and you know, you could use that. I very rarely do because it's awkward to use for me, and I can't really use it. The mouse is too sensitive, it juggles all over the place. Cargo grid is this, so you can see how it's got a dark purple mauve-ish shadow, and when you let go of it, it snaps in place. That's your cargo grid. So these two are now on a cargo grid, but just to be sure, I let them go further down and I put them into the cargo bay by sending them down. The door will close and they'll go down. This, I can leave the door open on the back. I don't want to get all the way to the TDD and find out that because I've left it up, it won't take my cargo. I will test it, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Cutlass Black, and if it's on my hangar's deck, it'll be okay.
Vehicle retrieval system.
So we will stick this one into the
Your
storage.
vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
So now you get the animation of it going down, of course. And the other thing I normally do as I pop in, although I'm not thinking straight because I'm talking to everybody, of course, it's difficult to think and talk about the stream. My respect goes out to this YouTubers who do this for a living and can do it. So all I'm doing is just looking to see that my health is okay, and it is. So there's no injuries anyway. I know that because normally I'm starving and I'm thirsty, and this table, just laying on the bed, it's like laying on the bed in a normal hospital. It just revives you. You only have to lay on it for a minute, or less than a minute. And now I'm going to run over to the TDD, but at this side of the game, it is a pain in the backside because you've got to go backwards and forwards through the trains and elevators. You see, my game is running quite well considering it's only a 1050 Ti NVIDIA GeForce card, which is basic minimum requirements for gaming. People all they slag it off all the time, saying, "Oh, you ain't got a decent PC." I have got a decent PC. It's a Ryzen 5, and if you can, any PC that can play Star Citizen can play just about any other game, really, I would say. Now I'll just quickly show you the other ship that I want to get to play this with. In fact, I might even buy it now, or pay for it now, should I say? Is the C1. And I was going to do this run again with the C1. I've had the Drake Golem just recently, been playing with that. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. 62 grand, right? But I don't want to get it just right now because I want to keep my banking clear. That's got 64 SCU of space in it, and it's a nice clean cargo hold inside. So I don't want to mess with my funds because my funds currently banked just to keep the 892519. So I'm just going to write it down because I won't be able to. Oh, I've written it down already. 519, yeah, that's it. So now we're going to go nip on the train, go back to the TDD. I mean, as if they hadn't heard of telephones in the 24th or 27th or 29th century. Yeah, we're in the 30th century actually, because 2957 or whatever the year this is basically. I'm going to miss the train now. 2957. When you're in 1957, you're in the 20th century. When you're in 2026, you're in the 21st century. So when you're in 2957, you're in the 30th century. Just to be sure and be plain about it. Explain yourself, will ya? Like that argument where you have it, where they say England is pinching all the American town names like Manchester and London and Hull and Birmingham. Say, look, just because there's a Birmingham, Alabama, doesn't mean that we stole the name. We've had a Birmingham since medieval times, you know, going back 500 or 1,000 years, whatever it was. I can't recall exactly. So I'm in Kingstown, and that wasn't stolen from no Jamaica. Here we are. We are arriving. Outside of my hotel room, if I stay in the hotel, you can see this big blue figure, which you'll see in a second. Virtual reality type of character. There she is. So my building's up there, that's where I live up there, that's the residency. If you don't class the fact that you're in a space station and you don't actually have a place that you can call your own home, that's what I think they need next in here, is to let us play The Sims and move our furniture around just to wind everybody up, you know. Maybe have us going for a pee as well when you need to, because you have to eat. TDD, Trade Development Division, and then wait for the doors, and then to be totally realistic, like I would do in normal real life, leap over the rail. Stay away from him. Let's give him plenty of room. It's about as welcome as a fart in a spacesuit if you're standing too close to someone. Right, so now then we're going to select our location as the Cutlass Black, and we're going to sell 32 SCU of Laranite, which is going to pay us hopefully 32 SCU equals 284,892, and there is a little unloading fee on top of that, which is 1.27k, 271k unload fee. Now I could have put all the boxes into my storage and had it free, but I'm not interested in doing that, especially when it's 46 tiny boxes, you know. So we'll accept that one, and then we'll go and do the next 2 boxes that I brought with me that weren't on the cargo grid. So we're looking at area 18, and then we go, there they are, 16 SCU of Laranite. So the 16 SCU 2 boxes brought me 142,163. So we sell that. There will be a little delay, but there's no unloading fee. Estimated loading time, it's manual, so they don't know. But when I get back to my base, then boxes will be gone. So you never see it. It just happens off camera, as it were, you know. So now my total money is 1,319,573. Sorry, 573. So work out for me what that was and profit, and put it down in the comment. Come on, you can't expect me to do all the work. And then before I'm finished, I want to go back to the main menu of this and show you again for the next run. Only that I don't want to go all the way back to the train for nothing. F to get in this screen. The main thing they have is processed food. So the next run would be food, and it would be you could take it to L1, you could take it to any of the stations really, and they'll buy it. But we haven't. When it goes red like that, that means you haven't set a location for it to be sold to when you buy it, for them to send it to. So if I go, the mistake would be to do area 18, because that won't cost you any money. but then you'll have 46 boxes, which will take you about half an hour to put on your Cutlass Black or whatever other vehicle you see too. And I'm just talking about your time that you spend playing in the game. Now you could just build it up and do, you know, 8 CSU boxes, SCU boxes, and those would each cost you £9 grand, £9.5 grand, and then you could top it off with the 1 SCU boxes. You know, that's one of the ways of doing it. The loading time. So in my thing, I could get. It says I can get 4 in there for 38 grand. So food, processed food. 4. At, I'm gonna write this down. At 8 SCU. Don't do the 16, it's too big. Equals 38,497. That's part 1 of this. That is the 32 SCU. And the loading fee will be 1.271. So you can see it's going to cost us more in loading fees to do this. That's actually going to cost us 39,769, and then we've still got space remaining, I think, because the cargo grid does not match the floor area, because the cargo grid is designed around there's 6 seats in the back and they need leg room. So they didn't factor that in, that you would maybe want to fold the seats out of the way. So now if you go for 1 SCU units, you can actually get, no, that's 46. That can't be right. It's not taking into account the ones that are already in there. So because it hasn't had the time to load it, it's going to take about 2 minutes. So we're not going to do that straight away. We'll just wait for them 32 to go in. And while we're doing that, we could nip back to the rental screen. There's a rental screen. I know where the rentals. There's a closer rental screen than going all the way back to. I don't think there's one in here. No, these are all TDDs. So that stuff is now currently being loaded into the Cutlass Black. If you was to look at it on the screen, if you could race back and look, and I know this because of the way that I play together with other people, we are in communication. One of us is at XYZ port, the other one is here, sort of thing. So then I might take it in turns and going from here to L1, then to L2, then to L3. Retail bridge.
Help or rental opportunity.
There is a place over here. My game's getting a little bit laggy. No, I'm in the wrong place. Haha. Fair enough. Right. So this is my building here. But I can't take you in. I mean, I could take you up in the elevator and show you what the view's like. Adria Falls, you see. So let's just go. let's go to the top to start with, shall we? Floor 6. You can't actually go in the apartments, and this is where I would like to see. They're always asking, and I keep mentioning it. What would you like to see next in the game? Oh, I'd like to see the apartments, you know, pan out a little bit. But there's the... oh, and we're too high to see, but you can see the chick. She's down there in that circle, the blue chick. And that's where we came in. There's all the traffic there. So, really nice game, and really well thought out and everything else. Well done, Steve Roberts. And all the mechanics in the games work, like the elevators work properly. You know, if I was to take you down to, say, like floor 2, just to finish the views off. This is the lobby, of course, and then your hotel rooms are all at different areas. You know, like there's a thing with all the rooms in, and you can't actually go in. So, room 1, floor 2. I don't know. No, you can't go in. And somebody's not feeling too well. So. Yeah, so a bit of a lower view perspective there. And you'll often find me that this is the place we're looking for right now. We should have cleaned the windows. Is the Astro Armada. That's the place we're going to. I'm going to nip there. I mean, they'll have loaded that ship now, but we're already out and about. So I just thought I'd have a little bit of a show you around the place. I would particularly like to use this video as well, if you're watching this video, to invite you along to the next, or to the game, play it, and come and play it with me. You know, say, we have a code in Star Citizen, so you can come in. This is a clothing shop. If you've not watched any of this gameplay type stuff before, it's just rags. I'm not really bothered with any of that. And like I said before in one of the other videos, often they have these things in here. You know, this is the cruise looks. That's the best one you can get. I'll just take my helmet off and buy what. And then you can see that you can drink it. You can do the same with food, of course. You can eat your food. So, and one of the best things to do, the funniest things, is to try and pelt it at the guy's head. Ha! No, it just bounced off my hand. So that's the clothing shop, then there's a gun shop. So this is the main shopping square that I use. I don't go in the tailor shop much. But they've got armoury as well. They've got suits of armour you can buy. And things like that. So that is quite a nice suit. I've seen one of them this morning. And anything, if you buy, it'll put the other stuff in your inventory.
Welcome to North Tower, Area 18's premier centre for business development. Please consult
So
any
I feel like a
associates
bit of a knob
help or
wearing something like that, to be honest with you. So all matching, or as it was on the shelf. And I could do with some ammo, but I'm not bothered. The other way, like I said before, of purchasing cruise looks is just to go in there, target your backpack, and then just go CR, and it'll come up with cruise looks. We'll buy 10 minus 1. That'll put me in my backpack. And I'll be able to drop them in my ship, because I haven't got none in my ship now. And if they didn't go in my backpack, then I can also just oh, you've got all these. I can go to one of these terminals and just pull it into my backpack, take it in the ship. Could even target the ship with it right out of the thingy. Oh, we've come back here, and I was actually going to go
Welcome to Iron York House,
to the other
Area
place.
18's premier centre for business development.
It's this way. To the right. And this is called Astro Armada. The reason why I turned round and I could have gone forwards on that is because I have certain routes which helps me not get lost in the place. But this has these 4 terminals, and there's obviously a ship on display. I don't particularly like that one. I like the red windows though, it's quite good. I've not really flown it, and I'm not particularly good at flying, as was witnessed in the earlier video where I crashed into the space station. Who put that there? You know what I mean? So, the only problem with that is that I might not be able to buy that ship here. Or rent it, should I say. So this is ship purchases, not rentals. The Banu Defender. I can show you what. This is an interesting ship. Where it's gone. The Banu Defender. 6 million. I haven't got 6 million. That's why the figures are red. Look at that. Looks like a coat hanger gone wrong. And then you've got things like the Talon. Looks like an eagle. I'm more conventional. I just like, you know, straight ship-looking ships. So, look at that. What's that about? It looks a mess, doesn't it? I mean, I'm sure it's a great fighter. And there's things like this. Mirror Pulse. I've got one of these. It's like a jet bike type of thing. It's upside down. That's the right way around. Yeah, never mind. Atlas Geo, I've got that suit. Kruger Wolf. I was thinking of getting one of those. Yeah, it's not going to glitch. Oh, there it is. It's finally coming. It's a speed racing ship, combat fighter type of thing, you know. The first day, if you missed the first day, all the best ships are on the first day. It's the Drake Interplanetary. Argumentatively, I like the Drake. That's why I'm going to say the Drakes are the best ships. I like them because of the industrial types of ships. And the Argo, I like the Argo. Zoom out a bit. Can't get it up right. You've seen me walking that about. It's like a cargo vehicle. The wheels are missing off the image there though. The Geo, of course. Crusader Industries. I was hoping I've got the Trepid, so I only paid 705,000. And everybody says that's an ugly ship. Oh, why don't they look at the other one that we saw that was a right mess? Looked like a dead spider. So the Crusader C2, 18 and a nearly, well, just call it 19 million, because what's 100 grand, you know, and heavy freight big heavy transporter. It's got two big doors on it. One opens at the front, big ramp, and a big ramp at the back. And it's got 2 floors in it. The top floor is all your living accommodation and your engines and all the rest of it. It's quite good. Consolidated Outland is your Mustangs. Hoverquad. But I was just looking for another a rental point actually. So never mind. We'll go back and we'll fill the Cutlass Black with stuff. Now I said we could go the other way. We came down that one. We can go down the actual shop tunnel. And you've got all sorts of stuff you can buy, like hot dogs. Yeah. Yuck, disgusting. So I know the place pretty well. That's why, you know, I like to live here because I know my way around. What's that? It's a hospital. And that's the way to the transit. And then you have the TDD. So we're just going to go and fill the Cutlass Black up. Select it. Move to here. We're going to do processed food. So we already put something in it, didn't we? And now we'll only get 14 units in because we already put 8 units in. But if you was to go into the 8 size SCUs, you can't get any more in, I don't think. No, you can't. Look, 0. But if you go to the 1s, you can get another 14 SCU because it's the size of the 8 SCUs is a big square block. You'll see when we get there. So we're going to buy 16. So we'll say plus 16 1 SCU cases. Oh, sorry, 14 SCU cases. 14. And it's going to cost us 16,828 plus an extortionate doings fee of 796. Load fee. So I've written that down, then I can refer to it when I need to talk to you about it later on. Total was 17 for this second lot, 17,624, and that leaves us with a balance up in the top right hand corner of 1.262 and 85 quid. Alpha UECs. Alright. But I would have been also at the same time maybe filling up the other ship. Sometimes I come here and I have 2 ships on the go and I'll fill them all up and I won't I want run backwards and forwards separately for 2 ships. I'll bring 1 ship back, put it in storage, go off in the other ship, deliver the food, pick up the Laranite, and then come back. So when you're coming down here, you want to look to see which side. That one's to the Bevic Centre, which you'll be doing a lot of next week if you come and play. Riker Memorial Spaceport. Well, you don't have to, because when you get to the Bevic Centre the first time, all the ships will be available for rental for that day. You will be going every day though, because if you don't come back the following day, you'll miss out on the ships. But the other thing is that there's so many people in that you think my computer's struggling right now. Sometimes I can't even get on, and I have totally missed Invictus last year, the Invictus promotion, because I couldn't my computer couldn't handle everybody else's graphics. Because if you imagine this train with 20 people on board, at the moment all my computer's got to do is handle that one other guy, and they've sat down. You know, I'm probably costing him more resources because I'm stood up and I'm on a slow PC. If he's got a faster PC, this is nothing. That's how I see it in my head anyway. So I don't know if I'm right. Some computer nerd will tell me it doesn't matter. But yeah, just tell me in the comments. I don't care. A bit of controversy or whatever. I like an argument. I'm not going to argue with you. That's the thing. I'm not going to argue with you. Look at my graphics now. Sticky. I reckon I should shut some of my internet pages down. But when I'm actually doing all this for real, when I'm not making a video about it, I just do it, and I don't even write the numbers down, because I know I'm making money. And after I've been playing for a couple of hours, I've got an extra £1,000,000, you know, and then I go give it away. People say, it's £1,000,000 though, it's a lot. My average money that I've given away has been about 200k, you know, and that's enough to get you some bits and bobs and a suit and what have you. And then in other cases I'll give you $500,000, you know, depends if you're nice to me. And I've given away $1 million. Oh, I've given away several millions actually. I was in an org that they couldn't afford the ship, and literally I was the only one there who had in real money. And so what's the point of you having an org if you're not sharing your money, you know? Yeah, but that's my money. If I buy that ship, I want to. It's only money, and it's not you. You didn't like really earn it. You pledge once to get into the game with a £45 ship that I bought was the Aurora MR, and I've had years and years. I bought into the game initially when I was in 2014 or 2015, and since then I liked it so much that I paid and bought another ship. And then I lost an account, and then I got a second account so my grandson can play. So I'm just going to put myself... Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Was to go to the other place and order my other ship. So I'm alright, my health is fine. Yeah, so that is basically the game loop on the trade route. So now what I want to do is just call that ship up for you to show you what we do next. Cutlass Black, bring it back.
Welcome to to the aSOC vehicle retrieval system.
Abracadabra.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Oh, it didn't appear like it did last time. It just popped up there, didn't it, last time? And then we need the other bit of cargo. That's the case for my other son who plays. He's got his own hangar and that, but I've got a case with his stuff in it. And also, since the last system wipe or whatever it was, I didn't buy anything extra for this one, did I? I did have some furniture, miscellaneous, that I used to put out as a man in Laserhead. Vehicles. That's armour. Sustenance. I don't know. I thought it would have been in other. Yeah, it'll be that one. So, just sorry about this, I was looking for a... And these are all my t-shirts and things as well that you saw flash by, which when I buy them when I'm at places like the Invictus Week and that. See, I've got plenty of boxes and things. Different crazy helmets. Missions. Okay, let's forget that. I could really do to go and order that other ship though. So this is this one full, of course. Yeah, we'll do it on the way back, or when we get back. So this is the start of the loop, because this is home base. So
You are clear to launch.
clear to launch, but I would like to put my helmet on, just in case. And what I'm looking for when I pull up the nose like that is if on the left side there's a little green light, I'll fly closer to them, but normally I would just fly straight up. So I'm going to fly into them now. It's like a ladder of lights. Just at like the 7 o'clock position on my screen, outside the window. Just one disappearing off now. I know people say, I can't see him, I can't see him, I can't see him. Well, I'll show you. If I look backwards, might be able to see them if I just turn there. Oh, we might look outside then. So I pulled my top. Anyway, I mean, I'm following a set of lights. There is a green trail of lights. You will see it if you look for it. I've lost it myself now. Can't see it. I'm just going to fly around quickly. You could be ready now though. You don't want to fly outside of your craft like this, because you won't know if you're killing yourself. You shouldn't be if you've got normal flight modes on and you're not pulling any heavy G's, because now it's important to wear a flight suit as well. So I'm going to put the waypoint on. And traditionally it hasn't been coming up. It punches 2 C's in. Arkel1, we'll go there again, we might as well. And it stayed this time, so that is a good sign. The list on the right stayed in place. So now when I put this on, and you can see it's on the map. It's on my head-up display. Oh, we've got a bit of lag going on. There's too many things going on the screen. It's only 2 gigazillion kilometers or something away. It tried to lose connection then. Right. So the mistake I made when I crashed was that I accelerated like I'm doing now to get to the station quickly with my CPL off, so that my coupled mode isn't on. Then I'm going to turn coupled mode off. Then I'm going to call the radio and then put the landing gear down to slow myself down. And see where it wants to give me. Just do the call in again. Request. So that's the way I cool my speed with the landing gear. Else it can be quite tricky, but I do need the landing gear off again now, because we need to speed up a little bit or else we'll lose our slot for landing.
Landing gear down.
And then of course if you can turn your coupled mode off, you can keep your forward momentum going.
Engines offline.
I also want to add to the cost a little bit by putting in some fuel. No services required. 340 and 200 for my fuel. So I haven't damaged my ship at all. And you've seen all the flights I've just been doing with it. And that was all until I crashed. The last ship I've been using it 4 days. Flown everywhere in it. But yeah, anyway, that's how it goes. It's life. Now, I am facing the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter. It's going in the hangar anyway. So it doesn't really matter. There's another exit rather than waiting for the back door. Just jump out here. And that one won't close, but it doesn't matter because I'm putting it down in the hangar. Landing services will be dealing with the power and all the rest of that on the ship.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Store the
Your vehicle
Cutlass
has
Black.
been moved to our storage facility.
Now it has. So you can, it's rinse and repeat. I don't do the same run over and over again like I'm doing here, but I did actually crash, and I just wanted to get things squared away. And I was aiming for that other ship, which I'll buy in the next video, which is just after we get this lot back to the place. The only thing we're going to have is I'm going to get this cargo unloaded and then give it time to get unloaded. And whilst I'm waiting, I'm going to go and check if I've left anything in the refinery. If you remember where the TDD is. It is a TDD, it says Trade Centre, but it's not as big as the one that's in the thingy look. Covalex Trade Centre in a sense. It still says division somewhere on the road. On the wall? Admin, that's it. Well, administration. It administrates the buying and selling of stuff on this thing. So we're going to be buying that stuff. It's gone to 3. It's gone up again. So because I've been bringing stuff, that's the thing, and I've been trading it. So prices go up. And they've only got 7,000, nearly 8,000 SCU left. So from a Cutlass Black, I want to sell the max 46 SCU. So although I split the combinations before, I don't know if that's a good price actually. I don't think it is. Processed food. So they're not buying it, are they really? No. 21,000. 46 SCU. They're still paying more than what I paid for it. I mean, I paid I didn't write down the individual price. There's no demand. That is in demand. We paid 1,202 for it, so I'm not quite understanding why I'm looking at 21,000. That should at least be 40. If it was just 1,000, it should be 46,000 there, shouldn't it? Or are they just selling? Oh, they're selling the 1 times 14 load. So for the 114 load, which we paid total of 17 grand for, 17,624 paid. Profit was 21 grand. So we aren't making any money really, not there. This just pays the fuel. So we'll say yes. That came to 2759. I won't worry about writing all the numbers down. But you can see what I'm on about, and there should still be some more. Cutlass Black. Did I not have a full hold? Yeah, I don't get it. Laranite, then we're taking Laranite back. We're paying. Let's just have a look at the balance before we start. We're now at, we was at 1262085. We're now at 1331604 on processed food. So take 1262 away from 1331, and that was our profit. Then we're going to buy Laranite at 3141, which is more expensive than we did before per SCU. We're going to buy the smallest boxes you can buy are the 8 size boxes. So we'll only get 4 in. An 8 SCU box equals 63,604. And if you times that by, we need 4 boxes. It's gone up in price, 605. Better get it done quick. Hang about. They've only got 3,400, so we can only buy 8. So that puts we have actually just bought they've got 7,952 left. So you can't even buy. Oh, we could. Yeah, hang about. So 63165. We can buy 3 more. We could buy 3 more. 4 units. We can only buy 3 for the ship because we've already put 1 in. So I made a mistake there. So that's 1 SCU. And then the reason why was because I didn't wait for the cargo to be unloaded here. And when it did, then it released the rest of it. That's why I never got that. I was only able to show 1 SCU. So now another 3 in the ship will do it. So plus 3 times 8 SCU equals 190,843. And then you buy those, and the thingy piece, the total would be 191,563 plus the 63,004 plus the loading fee for that first one. And then whilst we're waiting for that, I also want to buy another 2 boxes because I can carry 6 boxes. So I want to buy 2 and have them delivered not to the Cutlass Black but to Arkel1's stationery, my storage here. So 2 of them, and they will go in the hole. So plus 2 extra at 127,229. No loading fee. The real checkpoint is just really looking at your end balance. So the end balance up in the top right hand corner now is 948,857. And now we're going to go and take it and sell it. So, but before I sell it, I'm going to add on another 62 grand in fees because I'm going to buy that other the other thing. Let's leave it to Stu while I go and get the go and have a look, see if there's anything left in the refinery. I had some jobs in there. I'm sure I've removed them, but that was a few days ago. But I'm sure I've taken the stuff out of here.
Clear Bay 3.
Yeah, if you go back a few videos, I was actually complaining about these systemic voices in here. The way that it just rattles on all the time. Yeah, nothing. I had some jobs on in there, you see. Some refinements going on. Back to the ship. He's still kneeling down there. I was saying that he shouldn't get paid because he's just kneeling down all the time. It's like sitting down on the job. He's not doing anything. What could he possibly be doing kneeling down? Looking through the grate. Right and right. and we should see if we're quick enough that it's got the still loading sign on it, but we aren't quick enough. Cutlass Black, we can just retrieve it. Look, it appeared like out of a flash, and it'll be fully loaded up with the new boxes, the big boxes. But we also need to get the 2 out of the storage. That I paid 127 grand for. This is why you can get some players' backs up when they pull out of the station and you kill them accidentally by crashing into their ship because you're flying into the bay that you didn't pay any attention to. Then you wonder why they get upset. So these don't sit on the cargo grid, and that's where the issue would lie. If you do take them in, just to reiterate what I said earlier, if you were to try to remove them from the cargo grid, I mentioned it at the start of the video, I don't want to jam that in that corner though. I want to jam it against that wall. Oops, still jamming it in. We're jamming. I hope you like a jamming too. If you hold R and move your mouse, you should be able to rotate. So those are the chairs against the wall that I was telling you about, so that when you're carrying extra passengers they can sit down in those chairs, you see, and we can sit down in them as well. And that's why the cargo grid is messed up in this thing, because the cargo grid goes around these people's legs, you see. So those two are not on a cargo grid. You take it into the TDD and they will unload only the cargo and leave the boxes behind. Then you've got 2 ghost boxes, and you can't use them because that would be great, but they weren't intended to be done that way, and that's why. Oops. That was the I keep forgetting to turn the coupled mode off, but I like to have it on when I am actually taking off in some cases. So otherwise it stops like that. Turn it off and you get a nice smooth departure. And then you can turn it, leave it turned off. You'll still travel in that direction, but you can turn this way. As you can see, we are still moving away. But anyway, we're going to put it on. We're going to go back to the map. Get on base, area 18 up. See if it'll stay. There's our corp. And when land, this is the end of this video, but we get to the TDD. TDD.
Landing gear up.
Finally. So I'm not showing you how to do massive amounts of money. I'm not saying like make $1 million an hour or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's a nice relaxing way to spend a Sunday morning and earn some money in your game. And obviously when your friends come on, you can give them some pennies to buy their favourite suit or whatever.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Alright. That threw me over the fence, didn't it? Like a bucking horse. Whoa. I'm gonna have an accident. Lost control. Get the wheels out. Computer, slow down. It's dangerous though, you zoom in at this speed.
Landing gear up.
Join the hangar queue. And I've had it before as well, where you're flying in and somebody just crashes into your ship. I've never crashed into anybody else's ship unintentionally. And that landing gear down just helps me to control the speed. We're down to 30 meters per second.
Warning, you are leaving the safe zone.
I'm not leaving the safe zone.
Warning, you are leaving the safe zone.
I am not leaving the safe zone. Do you feel safe? I'm still in the ship. So there's all sorts of weird landings you can do. I would say that's among the top weirdest landings. Because yeah, definitely one of the more weird landings. So I always know I'm getting tired because of that crap. Right, so if we don't want this ghost box issue, we need to take these two that are not on the cargo grid and put them in the main warehouse. Bring that up. Get that one out. As long as it's on the cargo grid, you'll see it snappy, doesn't really matter, don't have to be side by side or anything. Then we'll send that one down. Then we'll send the ship down.
Welcome to the aUEC vehicle retrieval system.
Store the Cutlass Black.
Vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
So that's the two things put away. We're nearly at the end of the video. Jump to here. So quite a ways to go. And I am going to close out the game for a little bit as well. So I've got other things to do. So it doesn't matter, I can buy that other vehicle when I come in. Again. The C1, C2 's like, yeah, C2. Yeah, it's Astra Armada. Adverts for Astra Armada. Wrong train. Stand clear of the platform. I mean, with air traffic control, if all the bays do actually work, they could actually have a real air traffic controller. You know, somebody, a live human, saying who can land and who can't land, why and when and what order and all that. So,
Now arriving.
running straight up to the TDD, but you can see this a bit glitchy now. And we just want it to be nice and smooth. Just as you normally would in everyday life, leap over the rail. And any screen you like. I love this one today. I've got fingerprints all over the others. Select Cutlass Black. There it is. Max Laranite. So I just want to make a note. The 32 SCU Laranite sells for less money because it was selling for 9 something. It's now 8928 per SCU, and we want to sell the max, so we'll get 285,698 for it, and there will be an unloading fee to add to that of 1.271. For a total of 284,426. So that's the bit where we make our money, and you know, the balance now is 1.234553. Okay, so you're always going to have lots of processed food here, but the price has gone up a little bit. Oh, it's still not, it's still the same price, 1202. Look, so we will buy more, and like I said, I bought it differently the other way around. You could easily buy it. We're waiting for the thing to unload what it did, what we sold them, because if we try to load the 1 SCU containers, it should only go up to, oh, it has gone the full 46. That's fine. So when they're finished taking the other stuff out of it, they'll put these in. So 46 1 SCU processed food, I'm writing this down, is 55,290. So we will buy that, and there will be a charge of 2, because it's smaller boxes, more work, 2,140 loading fee. For a total of 57,430, and we'll be okay with that. So even if you're just making like a few grand on the return journey when you bring in the processed food, then you can still, you know, say, well, that's 10 grand to cover the fuel, the loading fees, all the other things. It pays for everything. So, and everything else is excess money. But there are better runs, and you just got to find them. I'm not going to spoil it for you by just giving you everything on a plate. You've got to go out there and look. Now you can see how to do a trade run. That's how a trade run works. You look for it cheaper, and you sell it for more. Simple. Simples. Right, that's the end of the video from now, and I will see you anon. So stay sharp out there and don't crash into any space stations like I did. Ta-da.